So today I've got to do a couple of things. I'm going to be planting, and then I also really have to put a fence I need to really secure the fence around the new fruit trees that I put up in the food forest. So I kind of jerry-rigged it a little bit the other day, but it was like 10 o'clock at night when I got it in, and I only had a headlamp, and my little girl was out there helping me, and it took a while, and it was frustrating, so I didn't do as good as I possibly could. So today I've got to use my handy-dandy stepladder and a bunch of rebar that I have, and then one of those fence pole drivers. So let me show you what I'm working with this stepladder. Okay, so here's the stepladder, and you just gently tug it, and it wiggles quite a lot. In fact, when I'm on it, it does like this little dance thing, and this is what I use in order to get my clothes every day if I want to get something that's hanging up in the closet wall area, because we don't have closets, and I swear I'm going to die every time I'm on it. So I don't know how this is going to go outside, but this is all I got, so this is what we're going to do. Let's hope I don't die. Okay, so today has not been a very productive day because basically I don't feel good. I'm kind of sick today, so cold, sniffles, stuff like that. But still, we got to do stuff. And I had to get that fencing secure because if I didn't, there's a good chance that our very intrepid deer would get in there and do their best to eat all of the fruit trees that I just planted. I invested quite a lot of money into those fruit trees, and I do not want to do it again. A lot of those, actually like 90% of those, you can't get anymore because they're sold out. So that's what we're doing. And then now I get to plant some stuff because it's evening, my favorite time of day, and I gotta get them in the ground. So here we go. So normally I have my hair down. It's very much up today. Thanks, Don. So today is the day, periodically, my girls and I, we go through a hair care spa day, and today is the day that we put oils in our hair and just kind of let it sit throughout the day and soak up all the really nutrient-dense oils and try to just add health to our hair. So I have it very much back right now so it doesn't get in my face, and I've got other stuff to do than just sit around with hair with oil sitting in it. So this is how I do it. I put my little wrap on, or I put a hat on, or something like that, depending on what's going on. But I got for Easter these beautiful hyacinths from my brother. He is so good to me, and he came and stayed with us along with my mother, and it was a wonderful trip. I had a great time while they were here, and I really want to get these into the ground because it would be really great if these could be growing in my garden rather than sitting in a pot inside my house. And I am just the absolute worst at keeping houseplants alive, and so the sooner I can get in the ground, the more likely it is to survive, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to stick it in a corner right here where my Roman chamomile bed is, because I think it'll just kind of pop right here and look really good. And quickly transplant any of the Roman chamomile that's in the way. And they're just so beautiful. And oh my goodness, they smell like lilac, and lilac is my favorite flower smell. Get some of these roots sticking down instead of circling like they are. I've never had hyacinths, so this is really nice. And I think it's just so pretty. Man, that really pops. Okay, we'll see how that does. So something happened. Hold on, let me let the tractor go by first. Okay, so something happened to my onion seeds, and they did not do anything. Like, everything else did great, but the onion seeds didn't do a thing. So I went to my favorite gardening store or greenhouse, which is called Millmont, and that's in Stewart's Draft, Virginia, and that's about an hour and a half from where I am. And they had all these wonderful onion starts, and they were like $4 a pack, and each one has like 50 in it. And so I just grabbed up my favorite varieties, and so I'm gonna stick my onion starts all throughout the garden. And the reason why I do that is because onions are a deterrent. They are very fragrant, and so when pests are coming in, the smell of onion will often drive them away or confuse them or mask the smell of their favorite vegetable or fruit or whatever it is that they're trying to go after. Also, onions, they have this one stalk that comes up, and sometimes it divides off a little bit, but it's basically a very upright type of plant, and so you don't have to worry about it shading out other plants. You don't have to worry about it crowding out other plants or taking over their space. And so permaculture principles are that you don't plant monoculture, and you try to variate as much as possible the plants that you're planting in each area. And so interspersing all of these onions with, my tomatoes or my broccoli or the Brussels sprouts or anything like that is really good, because it confuses pests and it protects the crops. And also, if, let's say, one spot the onions just don't really do well, I've got, all the rest of the garden planted with it as well. So it's okay if for one reason or another that one spot doesn't do well, I've still got the rest of the garden to harvest when it's harvest time. So let me tell you what kind of varieties I got here. So I got some Dixon Dale, and again, remember, I only ever read this stuff, so if I mispronounce it, I am so sorry. And I've been soaking them a little bit in water, just a little bit. Okay, so what is this one? This is the Granix, yellow Granix, and I've got a Superstar. That's exciting. Superstar. Okay, and oh no, I lost the tag on this one. Well, it's red something. Maybe I'll find it in here. And then, let's see, the last one is Highlander. So wait a minute, the Dixon Dale. Let me check that one more time. Yellow Granix. Where's my other Dixon Dale? Superstar, yep. Yep, okay, so I got two Highlanders, which I'm excited about because I really like the Highlander. Anyway, so there we go. Those are the ones that I'm going to be planting, and I'm going to put them basically throughout this whole garden. So You can see these beds, and that's where they're gonna go. I might even put some up there because I've got a lot, and that's really exciting. If I have extra even after that, then I'm going to put them into the food forest and put them underneath my fruit trees, because the best place to plant alliums is under a fruit tree. I gotta fix some of the pathways too, because a chicken got in here earlier and was scratching at some of the beds and knocked some leaf mold into the beds, or into the pathways. So gotta fix that too. These wonderful onions, and so I'm going to go over into the food forest and I'm going to plant them under my fruit trees, and then I have some more seedlings that I'm going to plant today. Now this is hard. We have a lot of fencing that goes around this garden, and the main reason is to keep deer out. The second main reason is to keep chickens out. And for some reason, somehow, I don't even know, my mother-in-law hasn't seen it, I haven't seen it. Usually if there's a chicken that gets into the garden, it's stuck in there somehow and we have to get it out. And there's a lot of no-see-ums out here. And for some reason there's been a chicken in the garden, and it's been getting in and it's been getting out, and I don't know how that's been happening. So I was planting my onions and I realized that the chicken that had gotten in, that had been scratching around in all the beds, had eaten all of my seedlings. And so my turnips are gone, my radishes are gone. Most of my peas are still here. Some of the calendula is still here. Most of the calendula is gone. A bunch of the lettuce is gone. A bunch of the kale is gone. Oh, I'm sick. And it is really frustrating and really hard, and it's in the middle of April. We have May is coming up just around the corner, and with May comes summer crops. So I will reseed. It kind of screws up my whole plan for the year, but it might work out still. Who knows? Stuff like this happens every year. It's different every year in the garden, and we're going to be fencing in the chickens into a more confined space in the next week, and so I can only hope that that keeps them there and not in here. And maybe that will save the seedlings. So I have these. I'm a little bit afraid to put them in now. But fear can't rule your life, and maybe I'll figure out what's going on with the chickens, and I can stop it even before we get them fenced off. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep plugging along because that's all I can do. So I got my Brussels sprouts, and the Brussels sprouts are going in on this end cap right over here where the gourds were. And I've got my onions put in. Excuse the sniffing as I am, again, I'm not feeling good. But these have got to get in the ground, and I'll be happy that I did it when I'm done. So you just got to do what you got to do, right? You just got to do what you got to do. So here we go, Brussels sprouts, and then I've got my broccoli that's going in, and the broccoli is going in. You can't even see me, can you? So the Brussels sprouts are going in on the end cap, and then I've got the broccoli going in right next to them, so they'll keep each other happy, hopefully be like a little community with their onion friends, and we'll see if they survive. I hope the chicken or whatever that's getting in here, this mystery animal, doesn't eat my seedlings anymore. Well, what an absolutely perfect evening. Other than my seedlings somehow being eaten, I suppose, by chicken. All of the Brussels sprouts got planted, the broccoli got planted. I got to put in all the onion starts, and I got to fix the fence up there so that I know that no deer will be knocking it over, or wind for that matter. So I think it's a win for today, and I'm just thankful I was able to get anything done, considering not feeling good. But being in the garden makes me feel better for sure. So now I'm going to go inside, and I'm going to finish my spa night with my daughters, and we're going to watch a girly movie, and tomorrow will be cabbage and beets and carrots and all things wonderful. And I'm going to replant the turnips and the radishes and everything like that. So if you planted it once, you can plant it again, right? So thank you so much for being with me tonight and sticking with me through this. And I also ask that if you like this video, would you please like it? And then also, please subscribe to my channel, because then you'll be able to see all the other good stuff that's coming out soon. And as the season progresses and into summer, where the real fun starts. And then, if you really love everything that's going on with these videos, hit that notification bell so that you can be instantly notified when new videos get put up. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. Have a wonderful night, and God bless. I'm putting the chickens away. I don't know if you can hear. There's some really beautiful birds singing lullabies to their babies to get them to go to sleep tonight. The peepers. I hope you can hear that, because that's just heaven on a stick right there.